always had the ability to make people laugh. It was used as a defense mechanism at the beginning. When ridiculed or made to feel out, comedy was always my go-to. There are very few albums that I won't take the needle off the record. I get very bored very quickly. My dad was a Uriah Heep, Deep Purple, Janis Joplin kind of guy that grew up in a Earth, Wind and Fire space. And so more and more as I get older, I realize and I respect what he has done, what he's done for me and my family and my community. My dad famously said, morals is what happens when no one's around. There's going to be a time when he's not around anymore. There's going to be a time when he's grown up and he's doing his own thing and he's got his own friends to hang out with and own families to start and girlfriends and the like. So you're going to miss those things. Bro, just be present. Just be there. You're going to get it wrong, certain things. You're going to get a lot of them right. But this is the only thing that you can do is be present. Yeah. And then there was my dad who challenged me to think a little outside of the box. He made me listen to music. And, he wasn't even telling me, I want you to listen to this music. He was just playing it in the background all the time. I felt that I had something to offer in the public space. And I always felt very comfortable speaking in public. It's an unusual thing. These are all guys that were in the stable, completely unknown at the time. And today, these are some of the most prolific, recognizable South African acts in the country. Stand-up is a very daunting exercise. It is, you've got to overcome, it's like bungee jumping, You've got to overcome a lot of fears just to get it out of the way. I feel like stand-up chose me, not the other way around. Man, this is a very controversial thing, and if any of my family listened to it, I was probably going to get ridiculed for it. My mom was hard as nails. I'm not the kind of oak to send my burger back if it's not lekker. I come from a space where you roll with the punches, bro, you shut up and you move along. I had to sell that car to start the comedy club in Cape Town that I so desperately wanted to start, which went on to become a very big part of my life and a very big part of Cape Town comedy scene. To sell that car broke my heart, but I had to do it to live this dream. Honestly, I was burning the candle on both ends there. I was performing at night. I was the business mind there. I've been a businessman. I've never had a solid job in my life. I've been an entrepreneur, I've been on a hustle my whole life. I had a t-shirt business before comedy. They thought I was making millions, bro. They thought I was taking the piss out of it. And I was scoring all kinds of deals that I wasn't scoring. Taking care of yourself is an important thing. And I was out of love with comedy for a long time, a good couple of years, trying to recover from all of this. For 20 years, I was on the inside looking out. You've got to open your soul and you've got to trust that it'll end up where it needs to end up. It feels like I stepped into a cave of wonderfulness that I didn't know was there. Bro. That one decked me, dude. It took me months to recover from that. I think a lot of the time we don't give our kids enough credit. Also, we don't give them enough space to learn things. We spoon feed them. The last thing I want is somebody who's inadequate at self-preservation. I never thought about how intimidating that could be for somebody that's in your space, that shared your space your whole life, and then all of a sudden, all they are is Kurt's other person. I remember a space where the cast and crew of color were not allowed to use the toilets. I'm immensely interested in that human condition. It's what makes me a stand-up, And I've literally realized that being a stand-up is it's like an onion, bro. It's like multi-layered. It's not only the beats, it's the pauses too, dude. I keep telling them, the story becomes interesting is when you are able to veer off it and then come back to it and finish it off with a nice little bow on top of it. And it's emotion and people feel it, they know it, they do it every day. So when you're able and you understand the context of the storytelling mechanisms and you bring it together like that, the audience feels like they're part of something they don't even understand. It could be a simple gesture of kindness to somebody you've never met in your life before. It could be a split second, but that's the humanity in all of us, It's what solves wars. It's what fixes all the problems. If we just allow it to live and breathe, bro.